I have never, I repeat, never bought a single view or subscriber on any of my YouTube channels, especially Adventure Archaeology, because I know that it can be detrimental to the health and the growth of that channel, as well as it being monetized on the platform. With that being said, instead of you guys taking my word for it, I'm going to prove everything I said. I'm going to show you my analytics for the month of February on Adventure Archaeology. I'm going to break down 2 of my larger videos in the last 6 months. And I'm going to show you the traffic sources. We're going to talk about comments, and this is going to be a longer video, so I hope you guys will hang in there. The comment side is one of the things I really want to focus on. So to get us started on talking about comments, let's take a real quick watch of Nate Black, who is a YouTube guru. Check out his thoughts on YouTube comments.
Do comments actually lead to more spread of your videos? Is there some sort of connection between YouTube comments and the algorithm saying, show it to more people? And my answer to that is no, not directly.
So wait a second, you're telling me, according to Nate Black, that comments do not matter, and they are not what causes a video to go viral or get recommended or suggested. That's what he said, right? Well, I agree with him 1000%. As a matter of fact, I really like Nate Black. He's one of my favorite guys to watch when it comes to YouTube analytics. He is very well versed in that kind of thing, and he's been helpful to me on my channel. We're not affiliated in any ways. I've never paid to be in his program, but he makes very informational YouTube videos, and I hope he doesn't mind that I stole this clip before it. With that being said, though, let's go take a look at my analytics and see how they break down in comparison to maybe some of your channels. You guys can take a look at it. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to do a really quick micro interview with another YouTube channel who's going to share some of his analytics from one of his larger videos. Alrighty, so what you're looking at here is my main channel dashboard. So you can see that we're at 76,705 subscribers, 1,373 new subscribers in the last 28 days. In the last 28 days, I did 412,000 views, 36,000 hours of watch time, and I made right at $2,068.74. With all of that being said, I wanted to go through my analytics a little bit today and talk with you guys and just bring you up to speed on what's going on in the analytics world. So first thing we're going to look at, though, is we're going to go over here. We're going to go to content, and I'm going to show you a few things. There's a couple unlisted videos on here, so don't pay any attention to those guys, because what will happen is they might give away something that's going to be happening really cool on that channel here in a little while. So if you look right here, this video is scheduled for tomorrow. This is one that I released midweek. It did 9,530 views. It did 64 comments, 1,140 thumbs ups. As you can see, I got 4 thumbs down. So just like anybody, you're going to have haters, people that don't like us for whatever reason. It could be because we're from the South. It could be because they didn't like that we didn't find something awesome. I mean, the list goes on and on. I never worry about that negative, though, because as mentioned before, the thumbs downs just help the channel, so just is what it is. The ones that right here that you see that says 3 views and 13, they're unlisted, and they're going to be future videos. If you come down to the next video right here, it says 150 years ago this treasure was buried. 21,000 views, 105 comments, 99.7% thumbs ups, 1,876. That's not too bad. And what I'm going to do is we're going to go over these first 3 videos first. And this video right here, Strange Discovery Made in Riverbed. This is the video that's caught some attention by a few trolls. And that's okay, because that's what I'm here for, is I am an open book. I've told you before, all you have to do is email me and I will gladly send you any of my statistics that you ask for. But this video right here, I can see where some people that were not educated on YouTube could be misled by the amount of comments. But the thing to remember is that the traffic is changing on YouTube. In the last 2 years, my viewership has went to 45% TV watchers. So actually, I have more people watching on TV now than I do on cell phones. So as you can see, 2,771 likes or thumbs ups. I said 2,200 in the intro. I've got 500 more that I apparently didn't pay attention to. 20 thumbs downs. That's okay. I know who left those right there, and that's from this random troll that we're talking about. So let's go right here to the analytics. We're going to click on it first. You can see 167,700 views. You can see that it says performance 10,000 more than usual on the watch hours. So that's 12,400 watch hours. That video brought 488 subscribers. It made $571. Now, if you break down that RPM, it is atrocious. But guess what? This is prime time for our revenue to be down. It's after Christmas. If you guys haven't watched my RPM video talking about how RPMs go up and down, now would be a great time to probably go over there and take a look at that. Well, this is how you can tell if somebody purchased views 100%. If they tell you otherwise, they are 100% wrong, and I guarantee it. So if you click right here where it says reach, you can look and see it says 1.2 million impressions. So what's an impression? It says total number of times your video thumbnail, which is the picture that's on the front, was shown to viewers since the video was published. Now, look at the CTR. After 167,000 views, 6.5% is pretty good. My goal in the beginning of a video, say in the first 10,000 views though, is 20% on the CTR. So 6.5 is not great, but that's after 167,000 people watched it. You can see it says 148.3 thousand more than normal, which I do average about 20,000 views a video. Unique viewers, 133.9 thousand. So that means that probably 15,000 of these unique viewers watched the video twice, or they went back to the beginning for some reason, which is how we ended up with 167.7 thousand views. Now, if you come over here and look, this is how you can tell if somebody's purchased views. So if you ever see somebody that's got a video and you ask them, say, hey, can you show me your traffic sources? And this is how you can tell if somebody purchased subscribers or views. So with views, the first thing that you're going to notice is there will not be any browse or suggested or search hardly. It's going to all be down under direct or unknown. And that's because the link was shared to some random bot farm or some random whatever to get the views that are there. As you can see, this video, 92% of the views came from, guess where? Browse features. So what is the browse features? That is traffic from the home page, home screen, the subscription feed, and other browsing features. Now, if you look at the suggested videos, it says that's views from suggestions appearing alongside or after other videos. Then you've got your YouTube search. Then you've got direct or unknown. So if I click direct or unknown, it's only 0.6%, but let's just click it and see what happens. You can see right there, traffic from direct URL entry, bookmarks, and unidentified apps. That is your dead giveaway right there if somebody has purchased their views, because the direct or unknown number is going to be really, really high over here, and their browse and suggested are going to just not be there. They're just going to be non-exempt. So we're going to go a little bit further. Check this out. Once I click it, you can see the traffic source shows up, and then all of a sudden you've got this really cool graph that appears. Look at that blue. It suddenly spikes around day 2, spikes again around day 3, almost day 4, and then it was on a steady upward trend all the way until now. So that's not too bad. You can look, the browse features though represented over 1 million of the impressions, which resulted in 154,000 of the views. But notice where it says the average view duration. Look how low that AVD is. It is so low because that's all brand new people that have never watched the channel. They're not invested. They're not super excited about the content yet because they don't know who I am or what I do. So that browse will bring your average view duration down. But look at the amount of watch hours that it represented. Over 10,000 watch hours were represented by those browse features viewers. Now, if you go down to suggested, look, all of a sudden the average view duration jumps up. YouTube search is a little bit higher. The direct or unknown sitting right around 5 minutes. That's okay. You can see 83 watch hours. 900 views came from direct or unknown. So that could be from somebody sharing it. That could be from a Facebook group. It could be from somebody putting one in one, because obviously I don't share my videos in Facebook groups. If you come down here, channel pages, right here, there's your impressions. CTR is much higher on the channel pages. Got 600 views. Look how high that AVD is right there, though. That's pretty strong. You got notifications, YouTube features, end screens. Obviously, every one of them represents a different average view duration. So that's the breakdown. If I were to be paying for advertising with said YouTube, right here is where it would say YouTube advertising. This little box right here would have a different color line. It would be orange. And the reason I know that is not because I've ever used YouTube advertising, but because I've talked to channels that have, and I've seen their analytics, and they have shown me that orange bar that will appear within this graph right here. So obviously I had to use 0 YouTube advertising, and obviously by the browse and suggested, you can see that I did not buy these views because the direct or unknown would be the dead giveaway. Now let's go ahead and go back and take a look right here at the revenue, and we'll talk about that even though it's not impressive. Look how low that RPM is, 348. Again, it's after Christmas. Most of the time my RPM sits around $9. If you ask me though, if I wanted a $9 RPM on a 2,000 or 3,000 view video, which is $27 best case scenario, or 348 on 160,000, I would obviously much rather have that 348, which resulted in a $570 video. You can see down here, most of that came from skippable video ads, bumper ads, displays. A lot of people want to know about the skippable video ads. Do we control the ads that show up in our videos? We do not control the type of ads that are there. We do not. So if it's a political campaign, that's not necessarily who we are affiliated with. If it's a typical, like a type of a car or electronic or whatever, we're not representing those brands. That's just who paid to be on the video, and we can't really control it. So you can see right here how much advertisers pay, $16.54 cents upload the lifetime. So that's a breakdown of that big video. Let's go back to the smaller video. It's only got 9,000 views, 9.6 thousand. You can see it only brought 9 subscribers. It only made $52. It doesn't have but one ad in the beginning of that video. It did result in 767 watch hours though, which is always nice. You can see the impressions to get those views is sitting right around 90,000. Look where the impressions came from. Browse features, 72%. YouTube search, guess what? That helped me out big time on that one. Suggested is down at 3.4, and you can't even see, as a matter of fact, where the director unknown is. It's not there. Now let's go ahead and look at one more big one before I get off of this soapbox. I had a metal detecting video do well when I went to Virginia. Let's see, this one right here is back from November 17th, 2023. Let's click it. This video did 215,000 views. It did 16.6 thousand watch hours. It brought 700 subscribers, and it made $801. That's not too shabby, if I might say so myself. Again, though, look at that average view duration and that average percentage. That's not good. For my smaller videos, and for those of you that have never had a video go viral, you probably need to be targeting 60 to 80% on your average percentage viewed by your subscribers and your very, very small audience. But when you start getting into that suggested and that recommended, that's going to go way down, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's just because it's all brand new people that are seeing your channel. Now let's go ahead and click right here to reach on this one. You can see 85% of these views came from browse. Let's go ahead and go to the graph. It'll be easier. Right here, blue, look at that, man. That thing is just on a steady upward trend. 2.7 million impressions to get that over 200,000 views. 2.4 of them were browse. 255,000 of them were suggested. 118,000 were from YouTube search. You can see how it breaks down over here for actual views. 185,000 people clicked from the browse, 13,000 clicked from suggested. YouTube search, 11,000 came. Director unknown, 1,562. All right, so if I did buy views on this video, which I did not, I promise you that I didn't, I would have bought 1,500 views out of that 215,000. That wouldn't be worth my time doing. It's just a waste of time. All of the views came, however, from YouTube. YouTube search. YouTube suggested it. YouTube put it in the browse section. And therefore, as you can see, it rewarded me, and it gave me a lot more subs, and it gave me a nice paycheck off of that video, which is nice because I had a lot of expenses involved in that trip of going to, guess where? Virginia. So if you look right here, though, 215,000 views. I'm very happy with that. That's a very good video. $800. You cannot argue with that at all. You can see channel memberships, $1.39 of it. So really $799 of it came from the watch page ads. So you can see skippable, bumper ads, display ads. You can see where all of that money came from on that side of it. And if you look again, look, RPM 373. Why is it so low? Oh no, this is before Christmas. Well, that's just because there again, it was recommended to an audience that does not know who you are. An audience that does know who you are, however, will more than likely buy something from you or something recommended by your channel. And that's why advertisers pay more depending upon what was there. So let's go back to, say, like December, right around in here. Let's take a look at this one. She finds a hidden layer. That video's got 30,000 views. And look right here, 102 subscribers, $215. Not bad. 3.6 thousand watch hours. If you click on the revenue there, look, the RPM was a little bit higher there, $7. And not too bad. I mean, I'll take a $7 RPM when you're getting 30,000 views. The guy that has been questioned in our videos gets, at best case scenario, 3,000 views, and he thinks that he has a really good insight into how things work, but he clearly doesn't. If you click on down here, let's come on down. Here's one, 23,000 views. 56 subscribers. It made $183. 23,000 views. Where did the traffic come from? 67% browse, 11% suggested, 8% search. Again, none of the traffic that I'm getting is coming from direct or unknown. Therefore, I did not buy any of these views. So there again, if you're wanting to find out if somebody is a faker, what do you do? Well, the first thing that you want to do is you want to ask them for what I just showed you guys. You're going to want to ask them to go over the reach. And this video hasn't released yet, so 7 views. That's from me and me watching it back and making sure everything's good. You can see, look, director unknown. Why all of a sudden does this video that's unlisted say director unknown? Because I've watched that video 7 times, and which means I had the direct link. Channel pages, 28%. There again, it's just a complete and easy breakdown to tell whether or not somebody's faking. So always ask somebody for their traffic source and ask them to see their director unknown, and that will give you a clear window into whether or not they purchased their views. So back to talking about fewer comments but a ton of views. Well, a lot of that has to do with the device type and how people are watching. I mentioned that I had a lot of TV viewers. Well, right here is the breakdown, and yes, YouTube does show us the device type. And if you take a look in the last 28 days, 247,000 of those views came from a television, guys. There again, those guys watching on the TV, more than likely, they're not able to comment. I know I can't from my TV, and if there is a way, I don't know how, and I'm sure if I can't, there's a lot of people that don't. But 247,000 people watching from a TV. That is just a brand new metric to YouTube that's just showing up over the course of the last few years. I noticed probably in about 2020 or 2021 how many people were watching on TV. There again, though, those guys aren't able to comment, which automatically means half of the views I've got were not able to comment. So that's one thing to keep in mind when you see fewer views is you can always ask somebody to see their TV traffic. All right, now that you've seen my statistics, you saw a little bit of Nate Black's information, which is incredibly vital in my opinion. Let's talk to another creator. A lot of you know Heath Jones over at History Seekers. He sells metal detectors. He also has a really large Facebook page and a significantly sized metal detecting channel on YouTube. He's going to share his last video and the statistics to it, so you guys can take a look at more than just my channel.
Hey everyone, Heath from the History Seekers here. As Brandon and I have talked, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to make it on YouTube. You simply don't. You don't have to buy views and you don't have to buy subscribers. It's really simple. All you need is a good thumbnail, a good title, and have somewhat of a personality. Rent one if you have to. I'm going to show you our stats. Any real creator that will not show you their stats has something to hide. The key is browse and suggested. That's it. When you get in suggested and browse and you have good titles and thumbnails, they're going to click on the video. You're inevitably going to get subscribers from it. Here's my stats. Check it out. Kelly and Brandon and I talk almost daily about how to get better on our videos. That's why we have a successful real estate channel that we were able to monetize in 32 days. We got all of our watch hours and all of our subscribers inside of that time. Now, it's not hard. Again, title, thumbnail, somewhat of a personality that will contribute to your watch time, and good content. That's it. No magic sauce other than that.
So big shout out to Heath. For those of you that aren't familiar with History Seekers, be sure that you check those guys out. They've got real close to 500,000 followers between Facebook, YouTube, and several other platforms. I respect Heath greatly, and as mentioned, we talk almost daily and share our statistics so we can stay on top of the YouTube game. Again, if you're not subscribed to this channel, be sure that you are. Let us know in the comments below if this was helpful, and we will see you guys in the next video.